So it did take me time to get this right. So we're gonna do it. Hello and welcome back to our Twisted Kitchen. Today is a day that I've been looking forward to for a very long time that I actually forgot about until last week. So today I'm going to be doing a product review. So these are actually a bunch of foods I've never had except for maybe this and this. I have never had most of these foods and I want to try them out so that when you make the decision, or if you've made the decision to transition to veganism, you know what food options are available. Things like this are things that I went to when I wanted to transition to veganism and I wasn't sure what I could eat and what I couldn't. Obviously, just looking at the word vegan on something will give you a pretty good indication, but a lot of times we don't know that these things are available to us. So I wanted to bring these on here for you so you know what to look for when you go grocery shopping. Before we get started, I first want to say that the vegan mac and cheese, I already have the water boiling for that, so you need 6 cups of water for that, so I have that boiling, and then in the meantime I'm going to take a shot because why not? So I took a shot of this already yesterday and it tastes like shit. Thankfully I have some zero sugar lemonade here. So lemonade actually helps a lot when it comes to drinking alcohol, just so you know. It's a very good source that will lighten the alcohol flavor in your mouth. Lemonade is a very good go-to. I would highly recommend it. So I'm just gonna pour a shot here. Cleanse our palates, shall we? Refresh our palates. Get our palates ready for this torture. Why do I do this to myself? With all of this amazing food, I want to take a shot to veganism, to our Twisted Kitchen in general, and to lemonade. Cheers. Let's get started. So in return for me providing you with these meals and showing you that you can go vegan no matter what you eat already, I would very much appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to show me that you're interested in seeing more things like this. I also had to travel to 3 different stores for all of this food, so it would just really mean the world to me if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe. Whatever you have time for right now, I'm not asking too much of you, but it would really mean a lot to me if you guys would do one of those things, just to show me that you guys are interested in learning more about this stuff and that you find what I am putting out to you very valuable. So the first thing that we're going to get into today is this vegan mac and cheese, which I actually do think I've had this before and I don't really recall what it tastes like because I've had so many different versions of vegan mac and cheese. I'm excited to try it again and see my thoughts on it, and I'm excited to kind of show you guys what my thoughts are on it so then you know, because with cheese and mac and cheese especially, it can be difficult when you're transitioning to veganism, but it's good to have an open mind because some are creamier than others, some are thicker than others. It just really depends on what you like and what kind of milk and butter you put in it. I'm also going to add in some seitan, which is, you say this, seitan. It's not seitan or seitan or Satan. It's not Satan, it's seitan, which is vital wheat gluten. That's really all it is, with some seasonings. So this is going to be a really great addition to the vegan mac and cheese because it's basically, if I had to describe it, Ruby! Alright, so I'm not sure where I left off, but yes, I'm making this vegan mac and cheese and I'm also putting this seitan in it. This, I think, would replace either pieces of sausage or pieces of bacon in your mac and cheese, if that's what you put in your mac and cheese. It's up to you, but this is very much a go-to when it comes to transitioning to veganism, especially the pre-made ones. You can also make it at home, which we actually made it at home once before. So go ahead and look up here. I think it's up here. Maybe it's up here. I'm not really sure. But we made it at home once before, so you can check out that video and learn how to make it. We made it for a Thanksgiving episode, and it's actually pretty good. If you make it the right way at home, it's really good. So that's what I'm making right now, but as we wait for that to get done, we're going to try out some of these other things. So I figured why not start with the wheat berry, because this was just something random that I found at the store. It's pumpkin seeds and sweet corn. I'd actually never seen this before. Shout out to Triscuit for making these because they are vegan from what I can tell. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. We're gonna try this out first and see what it's like. I had to put some things back in the freezer because I don't want them to melt. I probably should have put this back in the freezer, but that's okay. We're gonna let it thaw for a little while because it was frozen. Anyways, we're going to try this out. Yeah, it's wheat berry clusters, pumpkin seeds, and sweet corn. So, first impression, let's see how this is. I I'm excited because I've recently been trying to eat more pumpkin seeds, and I feel like I don't know the difference between regular corn and sweet corn. I always go for that sweet, salty, you know, kind of thing, so I think this is what I'm going to get from this. So that's my first impression before I try. Okay, so they advertise as little, you know, little square things, so that's what they are, so that's good to know, because I was expecting like more of like a granola, I guess. They're not bad. I definitely get that corn flavor. I don't really know what wheat berries are. It says whole grain wheat. I don't know if that's what I'm tasting or if I'm tasting the corn, but I don't taste the pumpkin seeds. I think my only criticism of this is that they are hard on my teeth, so I actually have really sensitive teeth. Things that are more crunchy, I have a hard time with chewing, so... So that's really my only concern. So if you don't have sensitive teeth, I don't think that'll be an issue for you, but if you do, I would not highly recommend these, but maybe a little bit. Because they do taste good, but they're a little tough on the teeth. Heads up for all of you transitioning vegans out there. I did take another shot off cam, but that's okay. I did finally put in the macaroni and cheese. Well, I put in the macaroni. The cheese is, it's powdered. So it's probably still isn't the best for you, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to know what products we can have as vegans. So, as we cook the mac and cheese, which I need to set a timer for real quick. Hold on. Okay. Here we have. So yes, the pasta is cooking for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I will have to stir it occasionally, so excuse me if I leave. As that's cooking, I'm going to be making these black bean sliders from White Castle. I almost forgot what they were. I've only been to White Castle one time, and that was actually before I transitioned to veganism. I'm kind of skeptical about these, but at the same time, I'm also hoping that they're better than what I had at the restaurant, because the restaurant was horrible. I really just didn't understand why people liked them. I'm hopeful for these. One, because they're vegan, and two, because they're frozen and they're not made from the restaurant. Well, they are, but not really. The only option they give you on the back is microwave, so that's one thing to be aware of. And the second thing to be aware of is you can prep them after they're thawed, or you can prep them from frozen. So we're gonna prep them from frozen because I don't have time to sit here and thaw them out. You have to remove the package from product. I mean, remove product from package. So, boom. They're out. Okay, place both sliders on a paper towel. That seems like a waste, but okay. All right, paper towel. Should I do one? Should I do one? Or probably just one? All right. Can we look at this for a second? Can you see this? Look at this. This is pitiful. They are called sliders after all, so they probably do slide around in this package. Okay, done. Now what? Should we do all four? Wrap the paper towel around the product. Okay. Place product with the bottom up bun. Wait, what? Place product with the bottom bun up and the paper towel ends folded under a plate. So like this? Sure. I think this is right, but let's see what's next. In a 1200 watt microwave, use a high setting for 40 seconds. How do you know what wattage your microwave is? Because I see this a lot and I have no idea. 40 seconds though, that's what we're going for. Turn product over with the top bun and microwave for an additional 40 seconds on high. 40 seconds plus 40 seconds is 180 seconds, which 60 seconds is 1 minute, so that's 2 minutes. All right. 2 minutes total. I can do this. This is easy.
2 very boring minutes later.
So, to say the least, these look very sad. Look for yourself. Yeah, look at that. I can't. How? That's what the package said, so that's what I did. But I have some vegan mayo handy, and kosher hamburger chips, and a dog that wants to figure out what's going on out here. I think I've actually become more of a sauce person as I've transitioned to veganism. I don't know what it is, but man, I'm telling you, there's so many great sauces out there. It's really interesting to me how much I've opened my mind and my food choices when it comes to transitioning to veganism. It's great, but I think that is enough for the tops, and I still have not put on these pickles. I'm going to do that real quick. Also, this bread does not feel like it's going to be any good, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. So, let's try it out. Hopefully it's not too hot, but we'll see. This bread is really hard on the top, but not on the bottom. The little black bean patty itself is really good, which I'm kind of surprised by, but this bun is just, I mean, that's really hard. Not cool, but even better with the pickle. I'd say go crazy and put like onion and all kinds of stuff on here. The mac and cheese is finally done. I also put the seitan in for like 30 to 40 seconds in the microwave. Definitely has an interesting flavor, but I'm confident that it's going to go well with this mac and cheese. Let's try this out. It's gonna be great. That looks like dairy mac and cheese to me. The two flavors do blend very well together. I think the pepper that I put on here really makes a difference, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. The last two things that I'm going to try today are this fudge brownie non-dairy frozen dessert, which is made with almond milk and a bunch of other stuff. I already can tell it's going to be dangerous because there's brownie pieces in it. So anything with brownie pieces is worth promoting. This is what it looks like. I'm confident that it's going to taste even better than it looks because it has brownie pieces in it. And because it's been sitting out for so long, it's actually pretty smooth right now. I'm not usually huge on chocolate stuff, but this is great. Looking for my brownie pieces. I do wish there were more brownie pieces. There's not enough in here, but I think that's enough for now. Huge shout out to Emma for suggesting this. Great idea. Ben and Jerry's, however, you need to add more brownie pieces to this ice cream. Now that we have tried everything else, I want to dig into this cheesecake. I've actually wanted to dig into this cheesecake this entire time I've been filming, but I've somehow stopped myself. It says remove cheesecake from package and place in the refrigerator for 5 to 6 hours. We don't have that kind of time. So I looked to see if there's any alternatives, but it says if pressed for time, which we are, thaw unwrapped cheesecake at room temperature for 30 minutes. So it has been in here, it has not been unwrapped. So I probably should have done that, but you learn something new every day, folks. We're gonna unwrap this. Oops! I'm gonna continue unwrapping this and cut out a piece to try without screwing up the rest of it. The last meal of the evening, if you will, is going to be this cheesecake, which I think I might have let it thaw a little too long, just because it was difficult to cut it. All of this other food was really amazing. I'm really hoping that this doesn't let me down, because this is what I've been looking forward to this whole time. Hopefully everything goes well with it. So this is vegan cheesecake, and it looks just like dairy cheesecake. I really don't see a difference other than the fact that there's not a crust around here and it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to put on some Ready Whip because I found the almond milk version at Target the other day. There we go. Let's try this out with whipped cream. That's really creamy. A lot creamier than I would have expected. See, I feel like this is one of those things that I almost don't notice the difference anymore, because I have an idea in my mind of what cheesecake used to taste like, and it tastes like this, which I actually find really interesting, because I really love it. But for someone that is just transitioning to veganism, I don't know if you would like it, because I don't know. But either way, it's delicious. Those are all of the products that I have for you. I think they'll really help you when you transition to veganism. When you think about transitioning, you think about things that you already eat. Starting with processed foods, actually I think is easier as opposed to going straight into whole food plant-based. Let me know what you think about the products I reviewed, if you're going to try any of them out. In the meantime, if you want to check out the ebook that I wrote, I made one specifically for transitioning vegans or vegans that just need new recipes. I have put the link for that in the description below, so if you want to check that out, it is free. already. I have also put the book Plant-Based on a Budget in the description below as well, because that is another way that you can transition to veganism without straining yourself and stressing out about it. Thank you so much for joining me this week for another episode of Our Twisted Kitchen. Even though it's not an episode, it's just a video. I want you all to know that you are incredible people, whether you are transitioning to veganism, if you're just interested, if you haven't even thought about it, or if you're already vegan. Let me know if you want to connect. I'm always open to meet new people. I am here for you if you need help in your transition. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you next week.